inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Welcome back. I'm excited, ready to give you some golden nuggets to change what's going on with your business. Yay! Now, I did a segment where I talked about capitalizing on complaints and compliments, getting testimonials, video testimonials in particular. So let's talk about testimonials. How many of you struggle with getting them and getting good ones at that? Let's give you a couple of pointers so that it's not that hard. #1, if you want to get a testimonial, of course, it starts with giving what? A stellar experience. If you can't find clients that are dying to say, hey, I'll give you one, that's automatically a red flag that maybe your experience, the experience that you're providing may not be as stellar as you believe that it is. And you need to step up your game and see what you can do so that people are more satisfied with the product or service that you provide. If that is not the case and you really do give a great experience, let's talk about some things that you can do to put yourself in a position where you get powerful testimonials. A lot of you don't get testimonials. It isn't because a person doesn't love you. It isn't because they don't think that you're the shiznit. It's because the idea of writing a testimonial is overwhelming. So I'm talking about testimonials in the written fashion right now. I'll determine at the end of this segment whether we'll do video testimonials second or if we combine them all together. But right now, let's just stick to the written. It's important for you guys to help people write their testimonials. If they're not naturally enthusiastic, if they are not naturally inclined to write, a lot of you, the only thing that's bridging the gap between you getting a good testimonial is you actually directing the process. What do you want people to know about what you do? Instead of just leaving it open, let's just say you have a service and it's coaching, like me. Somebody could come out and say, hey, Stephanie has the best coaching ever. It was a phenomenal experience. I highly recommend that someone likes her, works with her, 5-star. And while you appreciate that testimonial, let's just be real. A lot of us were like, oh my God, I really wish that she would have said more. I know that I served her on a high level. Look at how I helped her increase her income. When she came to me, her mind was all over the place. And now she's clear and she has clarity and she's able to brainstorm and be more creative. She had issues with communication and now she's able to, in a very wonderful way communicate what her offer is. And all of this is a result of the coaching experience. Why didn't she say those things? Well, she didn't say it because she didn't know that's what you wanted. She didn't say it because you didn't tell her that you wanted her to do that. And you didn't tell her that you wanted her to do that because you didn't want to pervert the integrity of the testimonial. I understand that a lot of times people will say, well, what do you want me to give a testimonial about? Oh, just your experience, just write something good. And sometimes as a business owner, you guys could be working so hard to show that you're authentic and to show that you're genuine, that you don't want to do anything that looks like you guided someone's words. But I'm here to tell you, as long as you don't tell someone specifically what to say, you're not perverting the process, and there is integrity in that. If you are the kind of person that wants to be known for having a quick turnaround in 30 days, then you don't want someone to just say, hey, I had a really great experience working with XYZ company and I'm happy because I'm so much more profitable now. Then you have to say, hey, when you write the testimonial, do you mind speaking about the time frame in which you made the turnaround? You don't have to disclose numbers, but do you mind speaking about the level of growth, whether it was 1x, 2x, 5x, 10x? The percentages by 10%, 20%, 200%. Guide people towards your expectation, which means that sometimes you may need to accompany the testimonial with questions. Send out an email and say, hey, here's a survey. Do you mind filling this out? And then let them know that the information that is being provided will be used in a testimonial. That's when you go in with laser focus on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you rate this experience and why? And when a person has to say a 5 versus an 8 and then say why, then that's when you get those compliments versus complaints. If you, for instance, work in the food industry, on a scale of 1 to 10, how moist were the cookies? And then ask an open-ended question after that to get them to elaborate on it. How long did you expect the turnaround time to be? How long was the turnaround time? Giving people direction will allow them to say, when I first started working with X, Y, and Z company, I expected this to be a long, drawn-out process, that it would take at least 6 months to a year before I would hit the marks that I wanted to hit in my business. However, working with, for instance, me, I'll use myself right now, working with August Crenshaw, in less than 48 hours, I was able to recoup my investment working with her. Those are the kind of testimonials that you want because they're laser focused, they're specific, and it's going to pull out the energy that you're looking for. Food for thought. If you're having a hard time getting testimonials from individuals, you have to ask for them. Here's the other thing. Some of you are having a hard time getting testimonials because of the industry that you work in. If you work in an industry where you're dealing with people that are potentially going to get divorced, they're having trouble with sex with their spouse, they're dealing with some type of emotional trauma, some level of healing, because a person may not feel comfortable exposing their experience, they may not know how to articulate that you help them. Once again, that's when the guided questions will put you in a position to pull out what you need from them. One of the ladies that I know that I work with, she's a marriage coach. And in the testimonial, one of the women made the comment, by working with this individual, I was able to have conversations with my spouse that I was incapable of having for years after just 2 sessions. Those are the kind of power-packed testimonials that you want from people where they're giving very laser-focused, specific turnaround times, as well as emotionally high expression in the testimonials. Your homework, because we said we were going to change our life by changing our business. Your homework is to get out there and get those testimonials. But before you go out and ask for the testimonials, let's make it very easy and very comfortable for people to provide that to you. For those of you that are blessed and you have such raving fans that they can't wait to give you a testimonial, then yay for you. But for those of you that are struggling in this area, direct the course of the testimonial. And here's the last nugget that I'll give regarding directing the testimonial and why you want to do this. Because a lot of times you will get people that are willing to express themselves, and they'll go on and on and on and on and on and give way more information than you need. Because once again, they don't know. And even if they do know, because you directed the testimonial, they still may give too much. And if it's directed, a lot of times it's easy to cut and splice the necessary information so that you can give laser focused testimonials. The more you get people to pour out, the more you have to chip away at. You know, if a person is saying, oh, you know, back in the day when I had my dog and I was really depressed and all of these things happened to me, before you know it, I turned around and I ran into this person and they worked with me. And before you know it, in 7 days, I was able to do things that I couldn't get done for months, even years. You can cut out all the stuff about the dog and the level of depression and just pull out that part, that little comment that says, and in 7 years, you know, or it's X amount of months or whatever time frame it was, I couldn't do all of these things, but yet in 7 days with working with so-and-so, I was able to make a complete turnaround. You can always scale down, but you can't go up, because of course going up means what are you doing? You're adding the words. But if someone gives you an adequate amount of information, then it's nothing for you to just say, okay, I'm going to cut this out and cut that out so that I can get to that bullet point statement that an individual made to make sure that I have the proof that I have a company that is worth someone saying, hey, I want to buy their product and service. That's your nugget for today. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Run with it. I would love to hear from you guys. Give me some comments. Let me know what's going on with you. How is this helping you? Let me know about those testimonials if you have them. If you have questions too, I want to remind you all you got to do is go to the website. Go on the Contact Me page. If there's a topic that you would like for me to cover, I got you. If you have a question you like answered, not only will I answer it via the podcast, when we forge that relationship, I can specifically let you know which podcast episode to listen to make sure that you get that answer. So with all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed this segment. Definitely some food for thought. Go out there, get yourself together, get those testimonials. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. I'm out of here.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in